Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. It's the Bubba Show. I am here with my man, the Badger. And Badger, today is the end of a two-day FOMC meeting, which means the Federal Open Market Committee, where the Fed governors are all having lunch and having a good time and determining our fate and what's going to happen with interest rates. Now, you and I both know one thing for sure, that nothing's going to happen to rates today. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there's going to be no change in rates. I can virtually guarantee that. We can tell because we're looking at the markets constantly. We watch the interest rate markets. We're active in those markets in some of our option trades, and so we know. I mean, it's pretty much built in, but that's not the important thing. The important thing will be the tone of what the Fed says. In other words, they can say interest rates are going to remain the same, but when when you read into it, the Fed speak. When we were in the floor above, it used to be what do we call it, Greenspan talk or whatever, because
Green speak.
Green speak, yeah, green speak. Anyway, they're gonna tell us, they're gonna give us some information, and they're gonna tell us probably what they're looking to do, and it's from that information that the market will turn. Now, if you remember on the last number, they absolutely decided the price of gold was going to be worthless.
Right. And gold took a big tumble, and then Bernanke came out about 2 weeks later and talked again, and gold got crooked again. It's interesting how these numbers and the expectation are, but there are two very important terms that you guys are going to hear if you watch the business networks that are going to be tied to this number and this announcement, which comes out on Wednesday. And I'm not sure what time, because with all this new open policy, these open relationships are driving me crazy because I don't know what the heck to think of them all. But there are two terms that are very important that you understand, and they are hawkish and dovish. Badger, take us through hawkish and dovish, because that will be more of the conversation. And once the number comes out of what the analysts will be talking about of our hawks or doves, take us through what they are, please.
Yeah, okay. When you talk to somebody who's a hawk, they feel that interest rates are too low. That what's going to happen is, by keeping interest rates low forever, that you're going to create a very inflationary scenario. We've talked about this. Inflation is what is really, really, hurt the American public. Deflation of their real estate values, deflation of everything around them. The doves, on the other hand, they want to keep interest rates low. What they're saying is, well, it's okay. We're getting a little bit of inflation, but we're not going to try to challenge an economy that has been struggling for years by charging people more money or charging banks more money at the window. It's the balance of those two forces that actually create the market. And so far, obviously, the doves have been in control of the market for the last few years, and there's no reason to see why they would change that policy right now.
The doves have been...
We've argued...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
We've argued for a long time that slightly higher interest rates would allow the banks to make more spreads, which it will. It'll bring a profit to those banks, and that will allow them to lend to average Joe. Really, these low rates don't benefit the fat cats, the guys that that can go out and they can borrow $1 billion right now for 10 years at 3.5%, 4%, and the public loves it. They take that money, and they're getting huge internal rates of return on that. That's why the big corporations are trying to borrow as much as they can.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Potter loves this, and the Doves are still a 10-point favorite. But hopefully, I can speak for the Badger. Him and I are both a little bit hawkish and would like to see rates rise a little bit, because we feel that would help stimulate the rest of the economy. But be careful, and if you don't have a position on coming to the number, I would recommend you wait and react to these numbers afterwards. It could be a big driver of some of these commodities. For Wednesday, the Bubba Show. Remember Bubba's Picks. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on Thursday.